Welcome to your stretch and meditation. My name is Jessie and I will be taking you through our stretches and our meditation today. Today's theme is calm and relaxation. So we're going to hope to elicit a calm and relaxation response within our minds and our bodies as we go through this quick 15-minute routine. We'll start with a stretch just to get ourselves a little bit more grounded in our body, get our muscles moving, get our body a little warmer. And then we'll end with a meditation. Today's meditation we will do on our backs as well. So make sure you have a space that you can move in. I recommend rolling out a yoga mat or having the space the size of a yoga mat is all you need. Let's get started. We're going to start on our hands and knees. We're just going to start off with a cat-cow. We're going to take a deep breath in, looking forward. Bring the tailbone to the sky and the belly button to the ground. And then we're going to take a big sigh out through your mouth and hug the belly button up towards the ceiling. Drop your chin, look past your legs behind you. Do this one more time. One big breath in, stretching through the muscles in the abdomen, and then one big sigh out to lengthen the spine, the back of the neck. Good. From here, you're going to sit down onto your heels. You're going to reach your hands around behind you. Interlace the fingers. Slide your thumbs down your back towards your tailbone. Open up the chest and slightly lift your chin. You don't have to look up at the ceiling. I'm looking at the seam where my wall meets my ceiling, so it's more on a diagonal line. And we're going to start with a big chest opener, helping us take some deeper breaths later. One more big breath in. And as you sigh out, relax your arms by your sides. Roll out your shoulders a few times, pulling those shoulders down and back. And let's work on opening up our hips. We're gonna come up onto your knees and then just enough so that you can step your leg forward. Doesn't matter what leg you choose, one leg forward, nice and far forward, and then we're gonna bend that front knee and hinge your hips slightly down and forward, coming into a big lunge. And this will be for your hip flexors. It might be tight, so ease into it, be gentle with yourself. I always say when you first do a stretch for the first time in your day, doesn't matter what time of day it is and what you've done before, we wanna ease into it. Get there about 60% of the way, let your body adjust, get used to it, be familiar with the feeling. Take a couple of breaths and then maybe we add a few more percentages in there. So we don't want to get all the way to our maximum range right from the start. And today's theme is relax. Today's theme is calm. So with everything that we do on our mat today, let's see if we can move with a sense of ease, calmness, and slowness. Slowness usually helps us feel a little bit more calm, and that's the same as your breath. When we breathe slow, that usually helps us feel a little calmer, because when we're excited, emotional, angry, those intense feelings, our breathing goes quicker. So for today, we're going to play with our breath. We're going to play with some slowness. Go ahead and stretch that front leg, flex that front foot. We're going to hinge at the hips. You can bring your hands onto your hips behind your back or towards the ground if you want, but we're going to hinge at the hips to come into a hamstring lengthener here. Try not to round your spine while you're here. We're going to try our best to keep your spine nice and long, so your chest lifted, your neck lifted and long. We're not here for very long, so I know sometimes balancing can feel a little hard where you are. Just take one more big breath in. One more big sigh out, and then come back to upright. Bring that leg back in, and we'll do the other side. Let's step the other leg forward. Step it farther forward than you think you want it to be so that you have room to bend that front knee. That front knee should be either over top of your ankle or slightly behind it. If you find that your knee is in front of your ankle or you're even popping your heel up, that might just mean that your stance is a little too short. Step it a little farther and it should feel a little bit nicer for the knees. Let's square off your body so your shoulders and your hips are pointing to the top of your mat. And then remember, we get there about 60% of the way. See how we feel. Do we want to add more? Do we want to take off a little? And then maybe we sink into it a bit more. Notice your relationship to the stretch with your breath. Are we holding our breath? Are we taking shallow breaths because it feels tight? Or are we still able to come into a couple of deep breaths where we are? Take one more nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, stretch your front leg, flex your front foot. Hands can be on your hips, behind your back, wherever you want, maybe towards the ground if you can touch there, and we're gonna hinge forward. Try to keep the front leg stretched. Now you don't really have to flex that foot if you don't want to, but see if you can keep that knee long, stretched, and activated. Awesome. Give your hips a little gentle wiggle to make sure we're not tensing in that area. And then from here, we're just gonna bring that leg back around, come back onto your shins or onto your heels. Interlace the fingers in front of the body, round through the chest, drop your chin down, and then with a back opener, we're just gonna sway your arms side to side, getting a little bit of movement in that body. Nice work. Good. From here, we're just going to reach your arms forward, crawl them forward until we come into a child's pose. Hips reaching heels, head maybe reaching towards the ground, and the arms softening onto the floor. If having your arms in front of you doesn't feel nice for your shoulders, you can bend your elbows and fold your arms underneath your forehead. So we started in an upright position, and we're going to slowly make our way down into a lying down position. Move your way slowly. We're going to crawl your hands even farther forward now, and extend your legs back behind you until we're lying down on our front. You can fold the arms underneath your forehead, and you can look to one side if that feels good for your head. Let your ankles relax, maybe heels drop outwards. And notice when we're lying down on our fronts, and when we breathe, we can really feel where your breath is going. We feel our body against the floor. And so when you breathe, feel your body rise up and down, but also feel your ribs open out to the side. Nice big breath. We're going to bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, the palms down towards the ground, and we're going to do a little press into the floor, slide the shoulders down away from the ears, and we're going to look forward. So try your best here not to look up. When we look up, we put a lot of pressure and tension into the back of the neck. So the top of the head is reaching to the sky like you're trying to stamp your head up towards the ceiling, but we're just looking forward. So we get a nice little stretch to the front of your body and activation through your shoulders, arms, and backside. Good, one more big breath in, and then as you sigh out, we're gonna let your body come back down, melt down, let those muscles relax for a second. And then from here, we're gonna roll around, flip around, however you want. We're gonna end up on your back. This is where we are going to do the meditation part of our class today. We're gonna do it lying down. So get into a spot that feels nice for you lying down, whether that's on your back with your legs straight and your arms by your side. Maybe you can bring a hand to your belly, a hand to your chest. Maybe you want to bend your knees a little because the low back feels a little tight. You can bend at the knees, bring your feet flat on the ground. Some people like to find a mini stretch while we're doing it, so maybe a hip opener with a butterfly. There are so many options here. Choose a position that you feel good in, that you feel like once you're there, you won't need to fidget too much. Once you're there, you can soften your eyelids, soften your gaze, so looking at nothing in particular. Or you can close your eyes if you find that visually it might get distracting for you. I want you to take a moment to scan through head to toe. We moved a little bit, not too much, but it was a quick one. But we did move, and we did kind of just get those joints moving, get those muscles a little warmer. Let's settle into your body. And what kind of tension are you holding on to right now? Physically. So let's go through head to toe. Are we able to unfurrow the eyebrows, soften at the top of the forehead, maybe part the lips and even part the jaws a little bit so that we're not clenching at our teeth? Can you drop your chin slightly a little closer towards your chest to lengthen the back of the neck and to soften the top of the shoulders? Maybe the elbows drop a little farther down towards the ground and they feel the floor. Without a particular grip, the fingers are relaxed and long. The belly is soft and we feel it rise with every inhale, lower with every exhale. We give our hips a little wiggle to just relax the muscles around your glutes, hips, inner thighs, groin. The kneecaps soften so that the thighs are relaxed. And we give those ankles a little shake, and we feel the toes maybe flop out to the side if your legs are just long underneath you. And the toes are relaxed. We sit here for a moment, maybe feeling awkward if you don't do this often, but trying our best just to be with our body, be with ourselves, check in with how we feel, not changing how we feel, not doing much action, and to continue with our theme today of calm and relaxation. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths together. I'll just talk you through it for now, so just continue to breathe regularly. We're going to breathe in for a count of 3, then we're going to hold our breath for 1 count, and then we're going to breathe out for a count of 6. So essentially, if you don't do the 3 and the 6 like I am, breathe out for twice as long as your inhale breath, okay? So we're going to do that 3 times together. It might feel a little bit uneasy, or maybe you might feel a little lightheaded. If you do 1 or 2 and you don't want to do anymore, feel free to stop. I will do 3 and you can do 3 with me. We're going to take an inhale breath right now for 1, 2, 3. Now hold at the top. Take a sigh out through the nose or the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. Slow inhale for 1, 2, 3. A little hold and sigh it all out in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got a final one. You can count with me here. Inhale 1, 2, and 3. A little hold. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your regular pace of breathing. Drop your chin if that's lifted up. Soften your jaws if they've started to tense. Whenever you feel big feelings coming on in your day, usually taking a deep breath in and a big sigh out can help calm us a little, ground us a little, help us regulate a little. When you come into this exhaling longer than inhaling breathing, it can help soften the tension in the shoulders and the jaws and the back of your body. And can just help you slow down your mind a little, because now all of a sudden we have to think about counts and numbers and breath and not what's actually stressing us out. Go ahead and give your toes a little quick wiggle. Your fingers maybe a little wiggle, and your wrists a little roll out. If your eyes are closed, you can gently flutter them open. Take in the sights and sounds and smells around you. We are back. We are here. We are still alive. We are moving. It will be fine. Roll over onto one side. Press yourself up gently, carefully into an upright position. And you are all done. I hope you carry this calmness with you throughout the rest of your day, and I hope you come back to little bits of what we've done today whenever you need.